further defining the buddy system and helping everyone with work agreements and buddies. I want to praise Forrest and Brody and myself for crushing it at verifying projects. Like, we're already verifying projects for round 4 and round 3 hasn't even started yet. So that's so awesome. I want to praise Mitch for cat herding voters and making sure everyone stays aware of DAO votes. I want to praise Lauren for the amazing Givebacks Medium article that she wrote. I want to praise Melody for joining the team part-time and exploring ways to support verification and nonprofits. I want to praise Benz, Ahmad, Jean, and Anne for jumping right into comms, taking on issues and rocking it. I want to praise Katarina for creating awesome graphics for comms on the fly. And that's my time. So I will pass it to Mateo.
Hey guys, good morning, good evening. This week I want to praise especially the dev team, particularly Sharik and Amin for beginning the merge between the Give economy and the TypeScript version. Is going to look amazing. I want to praise Monique for being an amazing PM and leading the development really nice. Yeah, I think I have more praise to give, but I will type them down because I have my mind somewhere else. So I'll pass it to Lauren.
Oh no, pass it to someone else. I'm not ready.
Marco.
Thank you. Hi everybody. This week praise Mo for designing the My Account pages, the project archive flow, and updating components and design system. Praise to Rodri for designing error pages, for Katerina for designing pop badges, category banners, doing so many revisions. Thank you so much, Katerina. Praise to Mitch for writing forum posts, managing all the proposals, making sure we have a smooth governance process. Again, Mitch, for constantly reminding us to vote on proposals. Thank you very much, Mitch. Praise to Ashley for being thoughtful for the fraud detection and also for carefully managing our verification process. Praise to Lauren for managing the Give economy development. Praise to William Griff for supporting the token swaps. And praise to Kai for setting up a very important DevOps meeting. And praise to Anne for giving the Giveth Facebook page makeover. And pass it over to Lauren. Can you go now or no? Okay, Ashley, do you want to go or did you already?
Okay,
okay, there's Santa's waving over there. So Santa,
I can take it. So I want to praise Rochelle for all the payments work and work agreements and all of the awesome work that she does organizing and structuring behind the scenes that never gets seen enough. So much praise to Rochelle. I want to praise Mitch, Mohammed, and Ashley for all the givebacks work. I want to praise Ahmed and Heather for all the great work that they've been doing getting a new hiring funnel up. I want to praise Mohammed Ashley and Willie for doing there's so much praise in this channel I can barely get to it. I want to praise Ashley and Willie for diving deep into the fraud detections and givebacks. I want to praise Lauren for the incredible comms work. Oh my god, all the tweets, and she found time to write the givebacks article and it's just fire. So our comms is just killing it. I want to praise Mitch for being the best DAO proposal executor the world has ever seen. I've never seen anyone deliver like he has. It's like world class. And Willie, Hodl, and Monstrosity for all the liquidity mining and all the bright liquidity. Okay. I'll pass it to Ahmed.
Awesome. I'd like to praise Lauren, Ashley, and Mitch for welcoming me on the comms team this week. And I'd like to praise Heather for supporting with our talent recruitment process. And let me pass it to Amin.
Hi, hello everyone. I want to praise Monique because he's a good project manager and he's so concerned about the sprint and make the project happen and be on the schedule. I want to praise Chorik because he did a great thing. Most of the thing for merging project. It was a very hard test. It's not complete, but we are on the way. I want to praise Matthew because he helped us and he's so collaborative and merging. I want to praise Pedro, Rami. We have armies of front end right now. I'm so happy for that. I want to praise Mitch for all of the documentation and the votes he has created. I want to praise the design team. Thank you for the beautiful design and collaborative with Mo Saidi. And yeah, of course, there are many other ones, but I cannot remember. I think my name is best. I pass it to Will.
Thanks, Amin, GM, everybody. Oh, loving all the great praise. You guys are awesome. Trying to find it here. Praise HODL, Monstrosity, and Griff for pushing forward Give liquidity, token swaps, and DAO relations. I love how quickly that's all moving. Praise Wide Wander, Ashley, and Griff for the deep diligence on Giveback's fraud detection. And shout out to Ashley, too, just for all the work ahead of Giveback, getting ready with project verification and stuff. Felt very prepared and was glad we had those policies in place. And speaking of those policies, praise Mitch for just the amazing docs, and also Lauren for the amazing comms and coordination. But yeah, we have such great comms, and our docs are so good. It's really an inspiration for other projects. And of course, praise our amazing builders, the whole dev team: Amin, Mateo, Monique, Cherek, Mohammed, Carlos, Vitor, Pete Crape, and our amazing design team: Marco, Mo, Rodri, Katerina. Where would we be without you guys? And I'll pass it to Mateo.
Everybody went.
Take it.
Yeah, I'll pass it to Lauren.
Cool. I want to praise. Man, it was hard making praise today because I was like, man, everyone's a rock star and does so much. So it just kind of made it sort of general. I want to praise Anne, Ahmad, Benz, and Jean for joining our comms call and adding so much value, jumping and picking up extra issues. I want to praise Ashley for expanding and growing the community working group into like its whole new working group. I want to praise Mitch for making all the Aragon votes for all the important things that we're doing and like not letting everything fall by the wayside. I want to praise Griff for providing comm support, PM support, endless one-on-ones with many team members, and just creating like a good system for all of us and helping us all in many ways. I want to praise Monique for supporting the devs, bringing the team together, being a great team player. I want to praise Amin, Cherek, Mateo, Carlos, Mohammed, Vitor, and Pedro for pushing forward on all the development stuff to make everything work smoothly. And I want to praise Willie for being a great leadership with his great ideas and carrying things to the finish line even when he has another job. And I want to praise Marco, Mo, Rodri, Katerina for all the great design work. And I'll pass it to Danny. Danny, are you there?
Danny, you're muted.
Okay, I'll pass it to Holt.
All right. I want to praise Willie, Griff for helping out on these token swaps and just continuing those things down the path. Super excited to be involved still. Thanks, guys.
And maybe pass it to Mitch. You haven't gone yet?
Yeah. Praise Katerina for the new blog designs. Praise Lauren for leading comms. Heather and Ahmad for working on the recruiting portal. Mohammed for just like being all over this crazy give back script thing. Ahmad for jumping into comms, looking into our email systems and the recruiting. And Brody for getting herself involved in comms and reviewing articles. Amin and Sem for reviewing EVM script code. Pavle for beginning the givebacks contract solution. All the developers for merging the repos and the TypeScript version. HODL, Willie, ChadFi, and Monstrosity for all the token swap initiatives. Ashley for project verification and staying on top of our emails. Lauren for PMing the Give economy. Danny for adding feedback on issues and empowering transparency. Carlos for diving full-time into Web3 with Giveth. And praise for Shell for all the background admin work that she does. And I will give it to Tommy.
Estoy tan feliz que estás aquí.
Hey, good morning. I haven't been here in a while. Praise to all of you for having me here. Praise to Ashley for those awesome headphones and excellent confidence in speaking. Praise to Lauren for all the hard work on Give Economy. Praise to Griff for quick response on messages. Also praise to Willie for helping me connect with your cousin. And praise to Jelly because I need your help at MetaFest. And that's it. Pass to is on the last one. Forrest?
I can take it. So praise Jim and Amin for advancing our DevOps. Praise Mohammed, Cherek, Amin, Mateo, Carlos for being an awesome all-dev team. Praise Monique for his constant focus. Praise Marco, Katarina, Rodrigo, and for their lit design. Praise Griff for always putting in time for me if I need it. Thanks. Praise Lauren for being absolutely everywhere. We're there too. Praise Mitch, man, great work, relentless work on the DAO. Praise Ashley for being a rockstar, support, and more on our Discord. Praise Dani, Forrest, Freshell for Org Magic. And praise Willie for being a great ambassador to Shapeshift. It's awesome. I don't know who still has to go.
I can take
maybe Monique? Oh, Rodri? Or...
Yes, okay. The same. More? Okay. I praise to all the team this time, Marco, Mo, and Katarina for work together and support me every time. Thank Lauren for managing the designs and bring me the feedbacks. Thank Mitch and Mo, Nick for work together in the error base. And it's for now it's this. I passed two. I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, praise Mo for spending lots of time with devs. Praise Metal for pushing TP version, TypeScript version so hard. Praise Sherik and Amin for merging these repos together. Praise Griff Lauren for hack session, the platform design, and helping me to understand things around better. Praise Griff for having time for everyone, one-on-one from the products to every different groups. Praise Pedro for spending lots of time on TypeScript version and V2 version. Praise Mohammed for all of his efforts on the scripts and givebacks. Praise Lauren for letting give Academy call. Praise Amin for being available, ready to coordinate when needed. Praise Sherik. I think I said this one. Praise Mish for handling DAO voting and stuff related to it. Praise Willie for insightful ideas and also these pools, initiating these liquidity pools. Praise. I think I'm finished. Who's gonna take it?
Me. I want to praise Marco for being the awesome team leader and also helping with different stuff. I want to praise Rodri and Katerina for their work on new banners and new design for the Giveth. I want to praise Monique for giving me a hand and working on new design for new pages. And I want to praise all devs, including Amin, Ramin, Cherry for their work on the designs. Yeah, that's all. I think I can pass it back to you, Ashley.
I think Ben's hasn't gone yet. Did you want to take it, Ben's?
Yeah, I can go. Praise Ashley, Lauren, and Mitch for being so welcoming, helping out with workflow stuff, just getting set up to contribute a little bit. Praise Gene for helping with some of the documentation. Praise Ahmed for jumping in and joining and great ideas for the kind of the spotlight letter. I'll send it back to you, Lauren.
Ashley, but it's okay. I understand. How about Carlos?
Hey guys, I'd like to praise Mohammed because he's done a great job with making the give back scripts. Mateo for his hard work on the front end. Mitch for always pointing me in the right direction on the forums. Ashley for her moderation and also testing issues. Amin, Cherry, also their amazing work. Lauren is everywhere. Griff for always making time to talk even though he's really busy. And Kai because I like to praise him because he's always responsive. whenever we need him. And the design team, also Markup, Mo. I also like to praise Fischel for working on for checking the work agreements and giving suggestions and all of that. And yeah, those I'll keep writing praises. I came a little bit late, sorry, but yeah, let's continue. I'll pass it back to Ashley.
How about Frischel?
Everyone, so I'd like to praise Mateo for conducting reviews with his buddies and Lauren for participating in the buddy reviews and for providing feedback that are helpful to Giveth. And I want to praise Muhammad for fixing the trace issue I encountered. And I want to praise Griff for finding gems and rock stars to support and form part of Giveth. So that's it from me. I'll pass it back to you, Ashley.
I think we're just missing Forrest. Forrest, is your mic working now? Maybe she's not there. Oh, I saw you unmute. All right. Well, let's go ahead and just keep it moving. And so I do have some announcements. We've got some cool events coming up. I know the proposal is still in the forum, but it seems like everybody's on board and that it's going to happen. So we're going to have One Hive Trivia on February 1st. That'll happen in the One Hive Discord. Lauren, do you know what time? Or... Oh. I see. This is where I got confused. February 4th, and then we've got the Meet the Makers that's February 1st. That's where I'm confused. All right. So February 4th in the One Hive Discord, keep an eye out for time. And we're going to have our first Meet the Makers event on AirMe on February 1st. We don't know the time yet, but just stay tuned for more details. Anybody else have any other announcements that I didn't include? All right, let's go to our working groups. We've got the Community Circle, which is Communications Working Group and Community Support Working Group, and the mission is to be the living and breathing core of Giveth, an ecosystem of collective support, abundance, and communication where we cultivate relationships and assist innovative projects. So, Lauren, do you want to give us some communications updates?
Yes, I do. Thanks, Ashley. So we have this great new blog post. So there's a blog post about how and why give backs. So if you haven't checked it out already, it's on Medium. What if giving gave back? Beautiful image by Katarina here, and it's full of memes. Definitely want to read this one. There's also the tweet that goes along with that. So if you want to just help spread the word, share that tweet as well. Also new in we got there was this panel with a bunch of different people from across the Web3 space talking about how Web3 can influence nonprofits, and so there's Anna Maria was leading that, and she's also leading a Blockchain for Good alliance, which is to bring together a bunch of different Blockchain for Good teams, and the first meeting was just a brainstorming and kind of making this Miro board of how the alliance would support us and what it would entail. And so if anybody's interested in joining these calls and getting on board and exploring the possibilities of a Blockchain for Good alliance, let me know and I can put you in touch with her. And also, POAPs. So we're going to be, we have these great designs for POAPs, and so we're hoping to distribute POAPs for the givers of each givebacks round. They're super, super, super beautiful. Thanks to Rodri and Katarina for the designs. And also, we've been working on improving our social media outreach, both the way everything looks and also the outreach of it. So the Giveth YouTube just has a nice, simple makeover. Things are looking much more organized, and we have all the new banners. We are now a guild on MetaGame. So I think it would be cool to update this a little bit, but we have a guild up there. Also, Anne has set up our LinkedIn page and started putting out a couple of messages to our audience. We actually have 549 followers, so it ain't nothing too shabby. She's also working on giving the Facebook page a makeover, which is really great to hopefully extend our reach to a little bit more of the nonprofit audience. We covered the crypto audience pretty well on Twitter, but we can always do more. Also, in our documentation space, Oh, I closed the tab. Well, Mitch did a bunch of developer docs, and the documentation is like getting so good. And we also have coming soon on there, we're going to put up the project verification documentation explaining how and the process, and some improvements to the givebacks documentation. We also, thanks to Benz and Jean, we have an explanation on how to import your Taurus Wallet private key into MetaMask. So this will help with onboarding users a little bit more into the Web3 space. So we're really excited about that. As Ashley mentioned, coming soon, we've got the Giveth One Hive trivia. We're going to have the makers call. And also, I totally wanted to mention, Ahmad had this great idea to make a community newsletter, like a collection of different like blog posts and new developments and things happening in Giveth. So if there's something that happened that you know about that's really valuable and notable, send it to Ahmad and ask him to include it in the newsletter. So we're going to start putting those out once a week. Also, there's a new project kind of brewing with Todd and I think Benz and a few other people who were in a call last week, and Ahmad, who are thinking about making a video series for improving usability, like onboarding users better onto Giveth, like why blockchain? Why would I use blockchain to raise funds for my project? What does it like mean for a nonprofit, and like just different ideas like this. So they're starting a working group, and then we're going to have one more meeting with that tomorrow, but they're going to like do their own kind of breakout group and maybe request funds from the garden. So stay tuned for that comms related thing. Also, so the tweets that are notable are kind of, we got something about the Givestream from last week, which was really, really great. I think explaining people how the Givestream work is kind of like an untapped comms potential that I'm working on right now. The other things I already talked about, and then the only one missing is our newest tweet today. This one. Our newest tweet today, which is an awesome tweet thread with different verified projects that were verified for round 2. Givebacks round 2 actually ends tomorrow. So I shared this tweet today just so that people can see all the different verified projects that were newly verified for this round so they could donate and get give back. So please share that one, retweet, or whichever you like. And I think that is all I have for comms. Pass back to Ashley.
That's awesome. I'm really excited about the newsletter. I'm like, can't wait for this to happen. And I'm also excited because our community circle is growing, and I actually have some community support updates for you guys, and we've got more people joining in. So Griff and I had a hack session with Ezotech. He's really experienced in building community, and so we're working to form a strategy for building the community. We're going to have some weekly syncs around that, so if you want to get involved, I can add you to the invite. Be defining some user groups, KPIs, and like overall community goals. And then we plan to start like a bi-weekly orientation onboarding call for new people coming into the community. They can come and ask questions, do some icebreakers, build some relationships there. And last but not least, the Telegram group going forward will only be used for announcements. So just so that you guys know. And we now have 993 verified projects on Giveth. So we're getting closer, almost to 1,000. Sounds pretty cool. I think soon we will be. So yeah. Next up, we have Platform Circle, the development working group, and the design working group. And the mission is to empower contributors with the knowledge and resources to build and maintain platforms that bridge communities, meet user needs, and advance blockchain technology. So I will pass it to Monique. Monique.
I take it. Yeah, guys. In matter of the fact, we have lots of repos. So, and I was waiting for the devs to that it's going to be finished next sprint, right? And they say yes, yes, and no, and yes and no. But it's a debt that we have to pay to have just one repo and going forward. So we did a bunch of critical things during this week. We get back to a Scrum. We planned and we have a goal for the next of the for 2 next week, and we plan for 51 story points, and we have a budget for unplanned things, and we're working tight with the design team and my account section and all this stuff. I'm totally happy. Thank you, the design team. And the new design of the donation flow is applying on TypeScript version. New header signing flow is also applied on the TypeScript version, but We have a next version that is live, and we have to, make it working. And we have a TypeScript version. We're building it, but all of a sudden we have to make this TypeScript version with the Give economy to just one repo for all stuff. So we're with the process of learning all the things together. So new create project in TP is work in progress. We now can fill the price of donations on mainnet, and if we miss the price and creation time, we can do it on the site, but we didn't be able to do it on the mainnet, but it's done right now. We did some changing migration files that, if I'm not want to talk technical, it's part of technical debt and make it easier for running projects for new contributors. We did lots of big fixes and small improvements, and about all the scripts things that happened. Pass it back on to Ashley.
Thanks, Monique. Yeah, I feel bad about the confusion. It's okay. It got fixed. It happened. So next up we have Give Economy. Back to you, Lauren.
So for the Give Economy, actually, many of the things are going to be covered with either dev, or we're covered with comms, or we're covered with governance. I mean, there's just a couple of things that I could mention quickly. But one thing I'm just going to show you. Did you know that the Give Economy is working on mobile? It's so cool. You can look at it on your phone. And it makes sense. It's so nice. So major praise to Mo and to Cherik and I don't know anybody else who supported with this magic. I didn't even know it happened, and then it happened. It was so great. That's for your information. Also, we have this Web3 authenticator for wallet sign-in, which is making things way easier for connecting to Taurus. When you connect wallet, it's just a way nicer user flow, user experience. So praise to me for that. And then I just wanted to take a moment in this time to tell you a little bit about the Give farm regenning. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Did you know that you can support the Give Economy and the Give token and earn some sick-ass yields at the same time? We have actually, I don't know how familiar you guys are with this, but all of you probably have Give tokens. I'm pretty sure all of you have Give tokens. And there's actually great opportunities for providing liquidity and staking. You can provide liquidity in HoneySwap, in SushiSwap, on XDAI, and then on mainnet. There's a balancer pool and a UniV3 pool. Oh, my MetaMask is being really slow, so I can't switch network. So I just wanted to say that. And then also the other cool thing that you may not know is that by staking tokens in this 100% Give staking pool, you can earn a yield of 960% the 960% APR. And also, when you stake your tokens there, you're wrapping them and then can use them to vote in the Give Garden. So it's we're rewarding people for voting, but not rewarding them for the actual votes or what they vote on. It's anyone who's wrapping their tokens and able to vote can earn a yield. And even if you decide not to, you're still earning a yield. So it's a really awesome opportunity. If you're not already aping in here with your Give drop, you should definitely do that because you could be earning tons more Give. That's all I wanted to say about that. So I'll pass it back to Ashley.
Meme. It's so funny. Okay, next up we have design, and we have a Marco.
Thanks, Ashley. You guys probably see these nice badges here. Those are pod badges for the Give Backs round designed by Katarina and Rotary. I think they look amazing. This week, design team was very, very, very effective. We're on fire. Now that I look at this huge list of all the tasks that we've done, I can't believe we actually did that. We were machines or something. I don't know. But anyway, design team, great job. We did the complete profile flow. We designed a new user profile public page. We made some modifications on the Giveth.io homepage. Made some adjustments to the donation flow. Added some custom token selections. Some slight modifications on the UI improvements here and there. we also did the new harvest model on the Give Economy, made some changes there, updated the Give Economy landing page, added a new video at the top. So there's going to be an update for that. We did some more improvements on the Give Farm based on some user feedback. What else? Oh yeah, we updated the XDAI branding to the Gnosis chain actually. We also did the archive project flow, so users will be able to archive a project now. Other than that, POAPs, you've seen them already. Katerina is also working on some POAPs badges or NFTs, whatever we decide that to be, for the givers or for the community members. Other than that, updating the design system, components library, updating that every day, every time we do some new changes to the UI. And yeah, that's it. I think for this week, yeah, a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff is coming up next. So thank you all. Back to you, Ashley.
Marco, yeah, you guys have been pumping it out. It's very impressive, and the designs are always amazing. Let's go to the governance circle that consists of governance working group and the DAO working group. And the mission is to progressively decentralize the Giveth decision-making process by building a community and a token-based economy around our platform that recognizes contributions, values participation, and rewards altruism. Do you want to take it, Griff?
Oh yeah, I do. So next is, of course, vacation. No one's taking vacation. Come on, guys. You all work so hard. Don't be afraid to take a break. Go take your family to Disney World or something. It'll be fun. Next slide, though, is there's so much great buddy calls. Thank you for keeping up the buddy calls. There's two types of buddy calls. There's the buddy, hey, how are you doing? Those are also really important. You know, we try to do these buddy review calls. They're kind of like performance reviews and feedback sessions on how Giveth can improve. But also, you know, try to have at least once a month with your buddy, have a call that's either a performance review or just a check-in, like, hey, how are things? Man, did you see that? Oh, that was crazy. And just like connect. We don't have the water cooler. You know, we can't go out to lunch together. So at least once a month we can have an hour call where we just kind of hang out and talk. Other things that are worth checking out. There's so many cool forum posts. Mitch has even more on his slide, but the ones I wanted to point out that are governance related. Rochelle posted a great comment about the buddy system for volunteers that Lauren commented on. If you want to learn about that, that's up there. There's also a conversation about general magic reimbursement and the details around that. That's worth checking out. Givebacks for circulation clarifications are really interesting. Basically, I think the big thing that's coming out of this is if you receive donations from Giveth, go spend them on your project, ideally, or and if you pay contributors, don't tell your contributors that if they try to donate them, they will not get givebacks. And givebacks are really for supporting the first donation that comes through, but so there's just a lot of clarifying information about how recirculation works and how we're tracking recirculation and givebacks. Also, Optimism ETH. So still making progress on collecting money from Optimism, and should we put that in an LP pool? Should we use it to donate on Giveth? There's a thread about that that's worth discussing. And I gave praise for this already, but Heather and Ahmed put together a recruitee for a new hiring funnel. So we still have the docs, and I think it's still up there, but we're just trying out this new hiring funnel. So if you want to check it out, you can. And if you know anybody who wants to help us out, we need DevOps work. If you know a DevOps specialist that you can refer to us, please tell us. We're always looking for a senior Solidity developer. If you know anyone who's a rock star that's been building on Binance Smart Chain and wants to do something that has soul, they can come over here and help us out. We need people who do Twitter like a science. We need more technical headhunters someone who wants to snipe people from the Web2 space and bring them into the green side. And then project managers, product managers, DAO proposers, people who are down to take on small tasks and lead them through, so we can start decentralizing development in the Give economy. And we have 3 contributors that I want to highlight that are pretty recent. Melody, who was previously with Popcorn, has decided to jump into our space and help Ashley with project verification and bring some nonprofit expertise to it. So that's great. TJ Rush, an old friend of mine from back in the DAO days, he does True Blocks and is like an expert on tracing the blockchain transactions, and he's a blockchain whisperer. So he's going to help us trace fraud detection in the Give Back program. And Easy Tech is a community manager expert, so really nice to have him help us on the community side. All of Ashley has like 3 really trusted experts on her side backing her up in all the work that she's doing. I don't know how she handled all of this before, but so it's good to flank her with some expertise. Okay, and that's all I have. I'll just pass it directly to Mitch on the DAO working group.
Thanks. Wow, there's so much action going on in this in these DAOs. So just letting you know, we've got about when is this month end? We've got about 10 days left to get your Q4 NRGive distribution happening. So if you've been a current contributor since September, don't forget to get that in, because the cutoff will be happening at the end of the month, more or less. More exciting though is the Givebacks R1 distribution, and so that's up on the NRGive DAO. This is the real deal, folks. So we've got 5 votes up there that all need to pass in order to distribute Givebacks, and so you can follow the link there. Also on the NRGive DAO, we have testing the address changes for missing Give Drop recipients, and so this will be just a test, but we still have to vote it through all the same. Reimbursing Grit for paying for Giveth contributor salaries, and so that's up there to come out of the NRGive treasury. Same with topping up the token distro. That vote is currently live as well. And then lastly, the Q4 NRGive distribution for Carlos is live as well. There's nothing active in the Give Garden at this moment. But it looks like we'll be seeing some action soon, because we have a couple things in the forum. We've got the Shapeshift Shared Liquidity proposal that's up there, as well as the Give Elk Farm, which seems to still be in the advice process. And then some other fun stuff is Funding Public Goods Pizza Party at ETH Denver, that's looking for funding as well. And the Giveth Trivia with One Hive TV that is looking to put up a proposal as well, looking for some give. So there's lots of stuff happening. If you have NRGive, go ahead and check those out. I think tentatively everything is set to pass. Amin's telling me that maybe there's some changes we have to make in the test for the changing Give Drop recipients, but that's okay, it's a test. But apart from that, go ahead and check out the proposals, let us know what you think, and then hopefully those can move forward. And I will pass it to Ashley. That's it for the DAO.
Awesome. Thanks, Mitch. Yeah, make sure you get in there and vote. I think I'm pretty proud. I've got votes on all of these so far, so that's pretty cool. We were just doing some discussing about community spotlight. It looks like this week I was trying to get the change community in here, but I think that it's just the wrong time for them. Their schedule doesn't work, and also not a lot of notice. But I don't know, Mateo, did you want to talk about one of the Columbia projects? Or I know Tommy's here. Maybe you want to talk about MetaFest that's coming up.
Sorry, what do you mean? The
I don't know. Griff sent us a DM asking if you wanted to talk about like one of the Columbia nonprofit projects that are down there. Maybe you missed the DM. It was happening in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it. Sorry, I was a little confused.
No worries.
Yeah, particularly I don't have a prayer right now in mind. I know 3 non-profits maybe, but I wasn't ready for this, sorry. But does it have to happen right now?
It doesn't have to happen right now. No pressure at all.
Okay.
Tommy, I don't know, maybe you wanted to talk a bit about Manifest and ways that Giveth could get involved with the upcoming plans for it?
Sure. It's very, very fresh on the, hey, guess what, guys? We're doing this again. So that's pretty exciting. I will say on a side note, all the metagamers are very grateful for the gift drop and have definitely been throwing it back around to everybody, helping each other out. So that's very nice to see. Right now with Manifest, we definitely want to have any and all of you as a guest speaker. Such excitement to bring to the table, and we are currently looking to expand into Atlantis World, which is a great 2D environment that allows for a little bit of mint gating and different interactive rooms, and maybe we could find a way to team up with that and help them kind of develop what the space would be. I don't know. It's so fresh that I really don't know how to ask for your support other than please show up if we ask you to come talk, and I know you will.
The name of the platform that you said you were trying to set up?
Atlantis.world. So they're creating spaces for this DAO specifically. I can drop a link to the Discord if you want.
Yeah. You can put that in, I don't know, what would be the best channel? Maybe just general?
Okay.
Tommy, are there any themes for Metafest that you guys are hoping to have talks about?
We haven't completely settled on anything yet. Like I said, it's kind of just really fresh on the last few days to even say, okay, we're doing this again. So if you have any recommendations on different themes that we can fit people in, or if you know new projects, throw them our way. If you're doing something.
Let's make the focus all about giving this year, the year of giving.
Yeah.
We can do that. Well, then I'm going to need Ashley to be the host.
I don't know. we'll have to discuss that a bit more.
Do you guys have dates in mind yet?
We're thinking closer to April.
Cool.
But we need to schedule around Amsterdam. Big conference going on in Amsterdam.
And I think at the beginning of the month, Barcelona is supposed to be 80% chance it's April 4th.
Yeah, I heard that too. So we're kind of keeping our eyes peeled to either go before or after.
Cool. Well, definitely stay up to date. Maybe if you wanted to post an invite to the MetaGame Discord if people here don't have that already, and or I can put it on this slide. Yeah, so let's keep up to date with that and see how we can collaborate together and how Giveth can get involved with the fest.
Yeah, thanks so much for the space to talk. We also have a bridge channel between our two Discords.
Oh, you're right. We do have that bridge channel. That's a good place for discussing some of this stuff, I suppose.
Thank you, Jilly.
Well, I don't really have anything else that I think is important to use this time for. I don't know if anybody in the community had anything that they wanted to bring up or talk about in this space, but we could always end early and continue on with the building the future of giving.
Do you guys want to talk about the stream as a service concept for a second? If we, I guess what I'm curious about is what is the threshold where we decide that we do want to prioritize this? Maybe it's too much for a community call, but one of the reasons I'm asking is because we have the last night Monstrosity was asking, should we just move forward with this elk give farm without doing the give stream? And I also I'm thinking about the give stream, how it's on this 5-year schedule, and how probably the sooner we can get these projects onboarded, the happier they'll be, as opposed to joining the give stream once it's 15% through. Maybe those are assumptions, but anyways, yeah, it looks like we've got Shapeshift committed to do sponsor or to incentivize a Fox honey pool with Fox. It does seem like Elk is interested if we can get this, if we decide to launch it. I don't know, I think Hodel had to sign off, but I think he had reached out to Bright. We did plant the seed in Bright, we should follow up with them. But let's just say, like, if we did get those 3 projects on board, would that be enough validation of the concept for us to prioritize it? And do we have bandwidth to prioritize something like that right now, or what do you guys think?
I think we have the bandwidth. I think the first step would be designs and the deal. You know, it's like what kind of patience is there for this? I assume it would take 2 to 3 months at least to design. Well, first negotiate a deal, design, and then push execute and audit. If there's smart contract changes. Hopefully there's not smart contract changes.
Yeah, I'm thinking for this first round at least we can not do dual rewards or anything, and ideally not have any smart contract changes. And I posted that example of the design. Like I wouldn't want to. I don't know if I'd be more prioritize it if it's like 3 months because we got so much good stuff to build. But I'm hoping we could at least do it in like a couple weeks maybe, which I know sounds crazy, but first reusing all of the same UI UX we have and basically just adding another section to the existing pages. And I'm probably oversimplifying it, but like, Marco, what did you think about that? Do you think we could reuse a lot of the existing UI UX for it and not have to design a bunch of new stuff and build a bunch of new functionality?
Yeah, I guess like for now we do have a lot of stuff already because we'll probably just be adding like another pool below. And so like for starters, we can do that. If minor modifications or changes needed to be done, I don't think that's gonna take a lot of effort and a lot of development time. So like for just adding this 1, maybe 2 or 3, whatever. But like, broader picture, like something down the road, I guess we're probably going to have to redesign some of the stuff on this page.
If we're just adding single rewards, sorry, I guess that's out of context. If we're just adding single rewards, I do think Pavle and Amin have some bandwidth to make it happen. 3 weeks would be pretty tough. They have to at least finish the stuff that's already allocated, but I think we could make it a priority. What do you think, Amin?
Sorry, I wasn't here for a few minutes. Yeah, I have a list for that's the smart contract things, you said?
Well, yeah, this would be redeploying a new token distro for Fox tokens, a new token distro for Bright tokens, a new token distro for Honey tokens, or whatever, and having various token distros connected to the front end.
Yeah. I have bandwidth.
And
my manager is Monique.
Monique, will you let him do it? No. I mean, how long do you think it would take to readjust the system for just a different token?
Not many.
We're not doing dual rewards, but just like one pool with Fox tokens that's being funded.
That's not safe much. No, it's just we change the address of the token that it will be distributed. Just that.
So that's awesome. I think then maybe we can try and aim to like kick this off next sprint, have the designs ready, and try and really minimize development work for this first round. Keep it, we're just reusing the same stuff we already have, and I think that's really valuable to a lot of projects. Like I've been so many compliments on our farming UI UX. Like we really nailed that with just it's so perfect and linking out to like provide liquidity. We got the stake and unstake. Like it's awesome. And then the stream, people are loving the stream. And it's a lot of work for projects who don't already have liquidity mining contracts and UI UX to go build that all themselves. So just offering what we have to these other projects, I think is valuable. And I think, if it's hearing how little effort it'll be really cool to follow up. Like we just had this big launch and now it's like, hey, here's another really cool tokenomics thing that has a lot of potential. It's cool, it makes sense, it's sustainable. Check it out, come get involved and check out all the other cool things you can farm on Giveth. I think it's worth prioritizing based on the interest we've seen so far.
I think the big question is, what's the deal? Like, would we get some Fox tokens to put in our own LP?
That's something we need to decide. I think 1% would be a no-brainer, saying, hey, 1% of the Fox just goes to Giveth Treasury and Giveth can do kind of whatever it wants with it. If you guys like that, doing the math, it would be like that'd be like 3,500 Fox though, so it's not a ton for this first round, but it's just the first round too. I think one of the cool things too is like we're probably going to do like angel vault farming. We might want to do angel vault farming on XDAI, and of course we'd love to do that on the Give stream because it's like you can have these great APRs and then have it stream. It seems a lot better than just traditional liquidity mining to me. So, yeah.
Question, it's like, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead, Ashley.
I just have a question kind of the overall principle of it, you know, like if we're using these farms as more of like a rent-to-own thing and we're looking to have more protocol-owned liquidity, why would we have farms that don't include Give, you know? Why would we have like a Fox Honey farm or something like that if our goal is really to have like protocol liquidity and to phase out the farming?
It's a great question, and I think the best answer to it is just what Olympus is doing. And unfortunately, their token hasn't been doing great this past month, but they're killing it overall. They're one of the top communities and DAOs out there. And I mean, they have a treasury with like $500 million of stablecoins and other assets besides their token. And Olympus started it was all about protocol and liquidity for their own token. And they proved that model worked so well, they then launched this pro marketplace where now these contracts and UI/UX they built, just like we would be doing here, they made it available to other projects. And now projects like Shapeshift and Alchemix and Ichi and a ton of top projects are coming in there, launching their own bond programs because Olympus had proved it out. And that results in protocol and liquidity for the project, but also they charge a fee on it. And they get tokens from other projects into their treasury by doing that. And they earned a lot from Shapeshift Fox token and from these other projects that are on the bond marketplace. So I kind of forgot the original question, but I think that's a good analogy and it's worked well for them.
On the liquidity help, like that it would give, like the token, like I think that's a good question, like in terms of like negotiation with like other DAOs or other projects, like, hey, you know, like we definitely need to like find some value in this, so we need like XYZ like amount of like kickback from like the project, and I don't think it's like asking too much. Like even like, so Willie was saying like 1% would be like 3,500 bucks. If you could like ask for like more like kickback to like the project, it would incentivize Give. But like the first couple streams or like the first couple connections and like, you know, like the first like proof of concept, like I don't think that there necessarily like has to be like this standard or this like expectation, because like if you can prove that it works, it's super powerful, and then you can take that to the table and be like, hey, this is like the badass service and like the badass shit we could do, and this is how much like we think it's worth, and this is like what we want for Give and like what we need for our economy. Can you do this? And like you have more to like negotiate with if you were to like be able to build this out. So I think it would be like, it wouldn't directly fall in line with like the core like mission, but it would help in like all these other like side effect ways, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess my biggest concern is it just being another like DeFi casino, you know. I don't want our Give economy to be like another pancake swap.
Yeah, I echo that. It's like having this liquidity in these farms is great, but it seems like the deeper we get into this rabbit hole, the farther away we get from the actual mission. So I think it's cool, but I don't think it should take priority over things that are empowering projects and donors.
I definitely hear that, and I guess where I see it is that maybe one of the best things we can do to empower the donors is to launch something like this. And I really do believe that it could be overall beneficial to our mission, because I think it could be both a great revenue generator. Again, we built this tech, we built this great tech. It's open source public goods, and we have the ability to launch these farms for other really cool projects. And Giveth is amazing, but there's also a bunch of other really cool projects out there getting built. I do think we should be careful not to like we shouldn't accept it and do this for shitty projects, and that does become tricky, being the deciding which projects we accept and stuff. But you know, I definitely think if there's a project that looks like an obvious scam or doesn't align with our values, we shouldn't. We have the ability to say no, we're not going to work with you, right? But there's a lot of really cool projects, and there's we're all about doing good, but we're also about regen tokenomics, right? And this is a really cool regen tokenomic concept, right? So, and this helps show the world, hey, we're not just a bunch of hippies that just care about giving. Like, we understand these tokenomic concepts and financial concepts that are important to build the future of giving. They're just as important as the boots on the ground stuff. So
Yeah, I just want to. I think a lot of people who would normally ape into these firms are like, well, I would, except it's like a nonprofit thing. I won't make any money. They still like don't go there. And if we did level scale our farms to include other tokens, it doesn't cost us anything. We actually get paid to do it. So we have a revenue generation for our DAO, which is really cool. And we'd attract new users that would probably buy gift tokens and ape into our rewards while they're still high. So I think it's a pretty big win from the token economy side. I agree though, only because the only reason that it's a great win is because it doesn't take that much bandwidth to start up this service. But we will need to think governance. How do we decide which tokens do it? I think that we can say proof of concept with Shapeshift, and we move forward from there, and then just see what other dynamics are positive or negative.
All right, well, we're getting to the top of the hour, but I think Marco had something that he wanted to say, so I want to make sure he gets heard before I call him.
Yeah, I just want to echo both what you said and Mitch, because that was exactly my concern, and I commented on the forum as well. And I think we can have both of these things. It's a way we can solve that in a way how we present that on the Give Farm page. If we present all that as just like a bunch of pools, then we're just another DeFi casino and throw the money in there. But if we present these projects as our partners, as something valuable to everybody in our community and everywhere else, then that's different thing, right? We don't look like a DeFi casino where we actually generate more value, create for our community, for everyone else. I think how we present this whole thing is very important. And also how we choose which projects are going to be on our farms, right? So that's just what I wanted to say. I don't have an immediate solution to that, but we're going to work on that.
Awesome.
I'm glad we got a chance to at least discuss this here. I think it's important to have the whole community's opinion. We are at the top of the hour. If there's any other burning desires on this topic, go ahead and speak. If not, then we can just keep the discussion going in the forum.
Just everyone try and think of a better name for the whole thing. Yeah. Both the name for the whole concept and then like our partners, or I know we don't all have friends, but so yeah, just everyone while you're in the shower, think about good names.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for coming to the community call. This has been fun. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.